Okay, allegedly we're streaming. I have my doubts because it hasn't been working at all no matter what I try. But this is an experiment. I'm not sure if this is going to work. I'm not sure if I'm going to regularly do this. So let's play a little bit of Far Cry 6 and we'll see how it goes. And if you think this is absolutely wretchedly horrible, tell me in the comments. And maybe I'll never do it again. But I think this might be interesting and fun. I've got some things that I want to say about video games. I happen to be developing a video game that maybe I'll be ready to share with you guys sometime pretty soon here. But for now, let's content ourselves with playing and discussing Far Cry 6, which is apparently a pretty controversial game. So, a little bit about me and my history with gaming. I'm an old school gamer. I go way back to gaming on the NES. But as an old man, I'm now bitter and afraid of change. And for a long time, I've been playing almost exclusively From Software games. I love anything designed by Hidetaka Miyazaki. So I play way too much Dark Souls. I play way too much Sekiro. Probably I'm going to stream some Sekiro at some point because I'm getting kind of close to getting a platinum trophy on Sekiro. I'm maybe 60 to 70% of the way there. I'll talk about that more in a second, but look at this texture. So it's an open world game, and I know I have to be forgiving about some things, but I'm wondering if this is a defect, or is this really how they intend for this texture to look? Are they gonna patch that at some point or something? So again, I'm used to FromSoft games, and they're not the best looking games in the world or anything, but I don't think there's anything in Sekiro that looks that bad. So speaking of which, I'm also used to the extraordinarily tight game design that you typically see in a Hidetaka Miyazaki designed game. And Far Cry 6 is irritating in small ways. Now, I've played other Far Cry games. I liked Far Cry 3 a lot. I liked Far Cry 4 a lot. And I don't remember being as frustrated with the games, with those games. So here's my first issue. This alligator is following me wherever I go. And characters in the game have told me that I can leave the alligator behind or I can have him follow me. And I realize that I can command him. Oops, no, that's the phone button. I'm still getting used to the controls. I keep pressing buttons from Sekiro. So that was the alligator button in Sekiro. But in Far Cry 6, it doesn't control the alligator. I don't know, it doesn't matter. I'll figure it out when the time comes. But allegedly, I'm supposed to be able to tell this alligator to cool it and stay behind me or something, but it seems like the alligator is always there, always following me, always ready to get involved in a fight. Which is, it seems like the kind of thing that somebody thought was way cooler than it is. I feel like a bunch of 13-year-olds were sitting around and they're like, we're going to have an alligator follow him around, man. It's going to be awesome. An alligator will fight the bad guys for you. And another issue that I've come across is that, yeah, that was a terrible 13-year-old voice, but you get the idea. Remember, I'm new at this. This is the first time I've ever streamed live on the internet at all. All of my YouTube content up until now has been edited.
Got to be careful here.
So typically in other Far Cry games, I would be doing this with a bow. I don't have a bow yet. I assume that they'll have one eventually. But I don't have any silenced weapons at all. Because the tutorial had me set up a silenced rifle with armor-piercing rounds. And that was just too weird for me. That just isn't how I wanted to roll. I wanted to have a silencer on my pistol. And So of course I took the makeshift silencer off of the pistol with the off of the rifle with the expectation I'd be able to put it on the pistol. And of course I don't I would have had to rebuild it, and I don't have enough materials for that. So now I'm stuck in a stealth mission without any stealthy kind of weapons. All I have is a machete. So we'll see if I can just sneak up on this guy and machete him. But if that doesn't work out, we'll just go in guns blazing. Yep, he saw me. Was that detected? I guess not. It seems like that maintained my stealth. So I'm a From Software fan, but I'm not presenting myself as any kind of hardcore gaming expert. This isn't going to be the kind of Let's Play where you're going to be able to learn how to play the games like a hardcore expert and find all the secret hidden stuff, especially not a game like this. I don't have the kind of time that I would need to invest to be that great. Like fighting Cowboy is somebody that I admire as a game streamer. I'm not sure how that guy can go in and the first time he plays through a video game, he seems to already know where everything is. So I'm the kind of streamer that you're going to have to watch because you like my personality and want to hear what I have to say. So good luck with that. Oops. This is another. Still getting used to the controls. You have to bear with me. Alright, so aside from that one guard, I don't think there's anything else going on over here. So what I remember from other Far Cry games, they're going to have an alarm that they can call that will trigger the arrival of other soldiers as like backup. And that was why I always liked to do these kind of missions with a bow. Because I could sneak around with the bow, killing all the soldiers one by one and hiding their bodies from... I kill them from a distance and from cover, then sneak out and hide their bodies and continue with that until I killed all of the soldiers in the base or until I got to where the alarm was so that I could disable it and then fight them all without them being able to call for backup. I have no idea what's going to work here. There was a checkpoint, a military checkpoint that I conquered before I had all the streaming stuff set up, and in that one the Alligator kept charging into battle and giving away my position, and it made it impossible to do things in a stealthy way. So I'm not sure what's going to happen here, but I don't know that I see a way to like grapple up there. I don't think I can get behind the guy in the front door. I haven't yet seen any ways that I could like sneak. I can't climb up these bushes. And I'm pretty sure I'm probably streaming for absolutely nobody, which is fine. This is the first time I've ever done this. I expect that. But if anybody's listening and they want to pop something in the chat, go ahead and pop something in the chat. But the primary reason why I'm streaming right now isn't even so much to stream. I wasn't intending on streaming for a long time or anything. I just wanted to see if all of the equipment was working. It took a lot of fiddling, but I was finally able to get it to where everything seemed to look right and all the sounds were at a reasonable level. At least when I was recording. And so this is a test stream to make sure that everything is set up properly and that all my equipment is working. So I'll probably stop in a moment here. and go double check on that. I'm also especially curious. The streaming capture card that I happen to have is notorious for having audio sync issues if you stream with a Mac. And I've got the capture card running into a Mac right now. So I'm worried that I'm going to go watch this and it's just going to be a big mess. Huh. Yeah, I'm not seeing any. I guess I could zip line over there from up there. It doesn't tell me, at least, so this is pretty much the first time I ever used OBS, but it doesn't tell me how many people are watching, but I'm seeing nothing in the chat, so I'm assuming I'm doing this by myself, which is fair enough. Ah, here we go. There's something going on here. Looks like we can zip tie over there. Yeah, boy, now we're talking. So, elements of game design. Is the soldier... It looks like the alligator is standing right next to that soldier, and the soldier isn't doing anything, which is kind of hilarious. But anyway, I would expect there to be multiple ways for me to endeavor to conquer this military base. The most obvious way would be to just charge into the front door with guns blazing. But that's not really my style, and not the reason why I play games like this. I don't really like first-person shooters where it's all run and gun, and the primary purpose of the game is just to run around shooting stuff. I much prefer a situation like this. So, yeah, the way it should work, there should be multiple ways for me to sneak around and get inside and take people out without being seen. Yeah, I think I can just jump over there. Maybe not. Now, why can't I climb up that rebar? What is it about this that a reasonably physically fit person wouldn't be able to climb up that? Whoops. So that's apparently a dead end. Uh-oh. That's kind of frustrating. Why go to the bother of rendering all that? If there isn't actually a way to sneak into the base from over there. Well, anyone who's watched the stream this far, I don't want to disappoint you guys, so as a grand finale before I shut this off and go check to see if any of this actually worked at all, I'm gonna go ahead and just shoot up the place and probably get killed pretty quick, and we'll see how that goes. Something else that I don't have a way to distract him.
Keep that cross contained, or else.
Except the alligator. Whoops. I've been spotted. I want the one with the armor-piercing rounds. Oh, my dog is upset by the sound of gunfire. He's not used to this. He's used to games with medieval combat. It's alright, buddy.
You mean this wasn't everybody?
Also, I'm playing with a controller, so if you're sitting there going, why is he so terrible at aiming and everything? Well, that'll be the fun here. Watching me fail because this isn't really my thing. It's okay, buddy. It's not real. Oh, so he's just machine gunning me through that door. Guapo's down. I'm going to be down in a minute here, too. Okay, fair enough. So eventually I'm going to try and find a different way to tackle that, because just running in through the front door like that, I don't think it's the right way to do it. But anyway, if you actually did watch this, I'm extraordinarily grateful. I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to do this every once in a while and that it'll be enjoyable for both of us, all of us. We'll see how it goes. But it's a harsh world out there, my friend, so please keep thinking, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.